Sorry about that. I'm not sure when my camera skipped out on me and what all was going on there, but my phone ran out of memory or whatever, and I had to get rid of some stuff, and here I am again. So hopefully this will work enough to kind of get through the end of this for what all I wanted to say. I think where I got cut off, I was talking about parsnip and rambling about farming stuff, and anyway, yeah, it's nasty stuff. Don't ever want to mess with that. And what had gone on with me was, I think a leaf or something must have touched me when I was working in the bottom wires, and it must have just kind of got down in there between my sleeve and my glove. Just kind of went down in the gap or whatever, and it got me. Paying for it now, but it's better than it was. Usually it's the worst for the first 4 or 5 days. Then after that, it, slowly gets better. I'm hoping that I'm not cutting you guys out. Hopefully that's a little better. As you can see, for where my video got cut off, I thought I was filming and I wasn't. Added these several more of these gears and cogs, and I'm just anchoring this latest one. I really hate technology when it doesn't want to play fair. But anyway, just to recap, this one, I'm going to zoom in a little better there. This one here, you'll notice that it's offset, and I love that. And it was a complete accident because I was attaching it. It's 3 gears together, but as I was attaching it, they were just kind of wobbling all around, and I was pinning it down, like my finger while I was trying to sew it. And I just it caught my eye that they weren't lining up perfectly, like say this one or, that one. I thought, oh my gosh, that looks more authentic, because if you look inside a real watch or a clock or anything kind of like that, the gears are not going to be all sitting in the same place. They all have their own alignment or whatever, but they're not going to always be, as if everyone is on the same pin or mechanism or whatever. So I thought that was really cool, so I'm going to keep it offset. It was kind of a happy little accident, and now it's my favorite one on the entire wing. And you'll also notice that like from down here, I still need to put one over here, but if you'll notice, as the gears go up toward the end, they're progressively getting more and more intricate and also bigger. And the reason I decided to do that was I wanted to have something big, kind of for the finale at the top. Now I've taken pictures of different arrangements on these little swirls. The little tiny gears look wonderful there. Crystals look great. It's whatever really a person would want to put there. And the one that I decided to do was a rather beefed up version of the gears and cogs. And it's just the largest one that was in that little package, and then a couple more. And then I chose a bead from like down in these colors, the purpley coppery kind, and I use that to anchor the whole works because it is rather big. That to sew the thread to the edge I could have, but a bead will hold it. It'll be fine. So that is what I've accomplished there with that one. And now I just need to anchor it in. We've kind of have more storms coming, so I'm not sure when I'll be able to get this video uploaded, but the good thing about it is I will be able to stay inside for a while and work on my little fairy. So maybe by the next time she'll have her wings done for sure. I probably won't feature her again until she's actually finished, and that's going to be a lot of beadwork before I can do that, but I'm hoping that it won't take long. Beading is my favorite part of the project, so it seems to cruise by a lot faster than the rest of it. So hopefully it won't be long and she'll be a finish. I got some special ideas that I have in mind for when I frame her. I'll probably be doing that all myself just because of the cost. But I'm thinking I might have quite the adventure as far as that goes. I want to thank you all for watching and for being so patient through all this technical difficulty. Again, my apologies that the video got cut out. I wish I knew how to edit, but oh my God. Yikes. Maybe this winter when things are a bit quieter, hopefully I can get going on that, sort it through. But anyways, I can't think of anything else that I didn't cover in the first part of the video. Well, I guess there is one thing. Down in here, I have taken the invisible thread and anchored these stitches down, and you can see there's a lot less wiggle room. You know, they're not really going anywhere. You know, that one's got a lot of wiggle room, and this one, it's hardly moving. So I've taken some steps for that, and all I've done was just tack over with the beading thread, and rather gently. I just wanted to hold it down. I didn't want to, you know, pull too tightly, because then it would look more like a back stitch rather than just like a couching. So just a real gentle anchoring of it to kind of keep it in place, and that worked out really well. So I'll need to be doing that to the rest of them. And you know, if the invisible thread is something that you do not like to work with, then I guess I would recommend a brown sewing thread. You know, something that's kind of, you know, darkish or neutral, that's not going to show up that you used it. I think embroidery floss would probably be too thick of a fiber. Or the braid itself might be too thick. I mean, it would show up as a little lump. But a sewing thread, like just normal spool of thread, would probably work really well. So onwards and upwards. I'm hoping to get some major progress. My boys will be coming in here shortly for some dinner, and hopefully they got lots of progress on their sheep this morning. So I better get things ready, because they'll be coming in soon and getting cleaned up and wanting something to eat. So I better go feed them so I can get back to working on my fairy. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. Yeah, I keep saying that, and then I get sidetracked. But really, I truly do appreciate all your guys' support and, you know, all the kind words, and just, yeah, you guys are so cool. I don't think I would have jumped into this if it hadn't been for the positive outpouring. I mean, there's really no other word to describe it, but just the amazing support you guys have shown. Just kind of made me push myself a little more to see what the next step of this could be, rather than just converting someone else's work to, you know, try my hand at one of my own. As far as something just beyond something that lives under my bed, but something to actually share with people. You know, so next it'll be, once Pocketwatch is done, I'm thinking I might get King Cedric out and focus a little more on him and see where that goes. There are not a lot of male subjects in cross stitch, and that's always bothered me. You see a lot of Santas, of course, and maybe like older men, or cartoon men, you know, like a chef, or, you know, something kind of cartoony. But you don't see at all, hardly ever, handsome men, you know, studly guys. You don't see that, and that's, it just bugs me, because there's so much, you know, they add a lot to a project, you know, especially if they're with the pretty lady already. So it's time to go about changing that. I think the industry is looking for stuff like that, because they're not found, and it's time to change that. So anyway, I guess I've rambled on enough, but there is my chopped up, scrapped together video on how to deal with the little watch parts for her wings and what their intended purpose was. The story behind why I even had the watch parts was I was going to do a conversion of New Year Fairy, and I was going to make her steampunk, and then decided to just make my own. And I'm glad I did that. If you look over here at her pocket watch, it has copper, it has a dark bronze, it has a dark copper, like down here at the bottom, and it has gold, because with the only colors she does not have is silver. But I wanted it to have several different colors of the metallics to complement all the different colors that you're going to find in a bag of watch parts, so that you would be able to use most of the things that it came with, and make your search a little easier, you know, as far as finding stuff that will work for her. And, you know, that was the fun challenge of her, was making it so that she had enough colors that would actually work together, that would enable anybody to have an easier time finding stuff that would work for her. So that is the little insider report on why she has not a gold pocket watch, but it's several different colors, because now you're not limited. And with steampunk, a lot of stuff is already looks aged and old, and copper is a huge color in that genre. and I wanted to be sure that I had a lot of copper featured on her. So this was my way of getting around the gold pocket watch. I was just going to give her an antique looking one. And that way all the bling would work out. So I want to thank you again for watching. I'm going to sign off now and quit babbling. And I will see you all very soon on your channels. Wish me luck next time that she'll be finished. I'm hoping to get to make a proper June wrap-up and so forth video by the end of the week. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed because there's some other projects that I need to feature in that. So I will see you all again real soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye.